So, hello. Once again, I'm back on my old trustworthy Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition. As always, I'm recording locally and streaming today on Kick service. Let's go and check out if the stream is active. Here we are. Nice. It works. Good. So, in the past few days, I don't know, 5, 7, I have been trying this Commodore OS Vision 3.1 Linux distribution. And before I will continue, let me show you the system information via the terminal. Here we are, fast fetch and all that. Let's zoom in. So yeah, as you can see, you can pause the stream or later the YouTube video on my YouTube channel when it will be available. It's Debian GNU Linux 12.14. The Linux kernel is 7.0.11. I think yesterday it was 10, if I remember correctly. Anyway, the system has a full 4K resolution, 3840 by 2160. Running at 120 Hz. However, as you will soon see, I'm recording and streaming downscaled at Full HD 30 FPS. Its desktop environment is Mate and the window manager Compis on X11. And then the system has an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX CPU, and the GPU is also an AMD Radeon RX 6800M. 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of SD storage space. And with that out of the way, let's zoom out and be gone. So yeah, I had a few successes here and there with the system. I didn't try to change it completely like I usually like to do with my Linux distributions. The thing is that it was already very fun, very cool to look at, and especially if you are a fan of Commodore stuff and retro stuff, you will see. And this is the current state. Kind of fixed the dock as I want it to be. Kind of fixed the top panel, kind of as I want it to be. The menu here more or less the same. My workspaces, usually 4 workspaces, and jamming between them, no problem. I'm also having my wallpaper jumper, it works just fine, no problems there. And everything that you see right now and everything that you don't see, for example, the fact that the app's using more or less the same looks. I'll go with GIMP, for example, first. And then I will go for the files manager, Aya, or however it's called. So as you can see, pretty similar in the looks. And then this is the archive manager here, and this is, for example, Lazio. So more or less I managed the system to have the same looks here and there across Flatpaks, regardless of the technology of the app that it was made. And as you can see, the cursor, no problem with between all the apps. Same size, like same cursor, all good, but it took me like an insane amount of time spent trying to figure things out. Still, I'm not sure how things really work under the layer, the face, let's call it under the hood, as they say, but I was thinking more like human parts. Anyway, it's like, I don't think that one should mess with this system. If you like retro stuff, just go ahead and use it. And this is why I should read this thing to you. We'll go to Vivaldi browser and then on Commodore OS Vision website. Commodore OS 3.1 released on April 28, 2026. Greetings Commodore fans, I'm pleased to announce the official release of Commodore OS 3.1 today, which is available as an installable ISO, now reduced to a much more manageable size of approximately 9.2 GB. This is a significant reduction from the 37 GB Commodore OS 3.0 ISO. To achieve this, some content had to be removed, but we believe we have retained the essential Commodore flavored experience while adding new features that make this distribution even more distinctive. Anyway, I tried to download it first with a direct file download, and it was kind of very slow, and then I tried download torrent, which is the preferred method, as they say here, and clearly it worked just fine. And let's go here in DistroWatch, they have a special link for us, and I want you to know about this, what I'm trying to communicate today with you. Commodore OS Vision is a 64-bit Linux distribution which was originally based on Linux Mint and is now an unofficial spin-off MX Linux. This distribution was created for Commodore enthusiasts and people who appreciate the retro-style interface. Commodore OS Vision uses the main desktop interface and features a retro look and effects. It has a classic Commodore slant with a selection of applications reminiscent of their classic Amiga counterparts. And this is what really important for you to understand. If you like the default look, even if you know what to do on a level similar to me, just don't bother. It's not worth it. Just enjoy it as it is. And the people behind this, clearly they have in mind, I guess, someone who will just install and just enjoy then the games, the retro stuff, the gaming, maybe some apps here and there, and they don't even have browsers installed with the system. So as they say on the Commodore website, when you are going to find out about the re-release, the new Commodore C64 computers, they call it like welcome to the internet. It's a good mindset, no doubt about it, especially nowadays where everything is way too fast, happening way too fast. We don't have time to realize one thing and happen like thousands of things more. So yeah, if you want to be that person, welcome to the internet. If you are that kind of person who just wants to enjoy his gaming, etc., just don't bother with customizing this system as I wanted to do. And even if you'll have small wins here and there, like with the top panel myself or with a dog and etc., or maybe I was just unlucky, maybe just a fluke, maybe all these customizations happen like this on the spot, but not to me. But really, way too much fun. My family members thought that some days when I was trying to customizing because I was doing some repetitive tasks and they were listening all the sounds like gaming sounds, they thought that I was playing, but nope. And when I saw them on a video or even live what I was doing, they thought, okay, nice. And one of them, I think they said that it reminded them of back in the day about the Mac OS system 9 or something. Anyway, so yeah, I try to do as best work as possible. I don't think I will manage to write a guide, too many experimentations going on. And at least I got my wallpaper jumper going on, so that's a plus. And more or less, yeah, I said this the other day, maybe I will just write inside a guide, like few steps here and there, like wallpaper jumper, for example, or how to customize, I don't know, the themes maybe, to be like similar across all the apps. But even for that, I'm not sure. Anyway, what I want to say today, this is the most, I don't know if it's more important or most important, but it's kind of important, it's good to know. I promised in the past that I will trying to show you DaVinci Resolve, the way it runs on my Linux distributions, my systems. But the thing is this, between the days of using successfully on CasioOS DaVinci Resolve 20.3.2 maybe it was, I don't recall the exact version. Between those days and nowadays, today, I was greeted with DaVinci Resolve 21 release. So I tried to install 21, the version 21, because I don't have the file. I'm sure there is somewhere in the website of Blackmagic, but I didn't want to bother because I wasted so much time with the version 21. Anyway, this is the as successful as I tried, as I was managed to be. Basically, the app installed just fine, no problem. Using more or less the same steps as my CasioOS and as Fedora. And here is where I had the problem and I couldn't solve. So when I tried to run the app, launched successfully, and then here is the deal, the problem, this one. It doesn't recognize my GPU. I did some digging and it is supported from the version 21, that's not the problem. So it's some incompatibility, maybe because this system runs, new kernel, of course, but maybe other components are not up to speed, so to speak. So for example, maybe it needs version 13, maybe it needs a better driver for the AMD GPU, of course, I mean. Whatever the problem, I couldn't solve this puzzle. So this was my Waterloo today. I tried desperately to make this happen, but no. And at first when I saw the splash screen, I said to myself, that was it. You did it. Nope. And I have a couple ideas how to try to be more persistent about it, but I have wasted so much time with trying to customize things in this Linux distribution, and I don't think that I will keep doing that. So maybe I will try tomorrow. I'm not sure about it. Maybe it's a possibility, but not a decision. Maybe I will try either to see if I'm able to do the the cursor factory, or if I'm able to do the whole thing like the cursor factory, create the cursors, select the size and all that, and make it be the same across all the apps, the whole package, so to speak. So if I'll be able to do that, I will keep it for another day or so, this Linux distribution. Otherwise, most probably I will move to some other Linux distribution. I haven't decided yet. It will be a surprise for you and I both. We will see. Anyway, truly, if you are into retro stuff, if you are into Commodore stuff, if you are into gaming, give it a shot. Maybe it will work much better for you. And of course, I will return to this. I want really I will keep monitor this distro for sure, 100% sure. Quite good. And as you saw yesterday, and if you didn't go and watch on the YouTube channel the video, the system was rock solid, no problem at all, while recording and streaming at full 4K, 60 FPS, having the Final Fantasy XIV loaded, Dawn Trail expansion, with the latest updates, etc. And also loaded like dozens of apps at the same time, was moving through the workspaces like nothing. No problem at all. And this machine is few years old, so I cannot imagine how well it will be performing in newer hardware. And I'm sure you can strip stuff around to make it lighter, but then you will miss the fun, I say. So I didn't bother with that either. So either keep the system as it is and enjoy, because it has speed, it can play games. So do your gaming, do your work. I didn't have crashes with my apps either. Besides the first couple days where I was trying really to discover what's happening in the background, where I was poking way too hard the system. But that's on me. Truly, that's on me. I could do that with any Linux distribution, the way I acted. But besides those experiments, rock solid, no problem. And a few nuances here and there, like I had trouble apps reappearing in the dock, or the top panel being stub or not staying at the size that I wanted to stay. Just don't bother. And the couple things that I will advise to the people, that one, too many, I don't know how many they are. One thing that I will advise to them is either get rid of the Cairo dock and stick with another solution, or I don't know, just don't push it that much. And if you have a reason pushing it, whatever reason that reason may be, at least try to solve its plenty of problems that it has, at least as the system is. I'm pretty sure that if I will try to pull this dock away from the system and install my dock, maybe it will work much better for me. But as I said, why mess with it if you like the retro stuff, etc. Don't be stubborn like me, don't be old cow like me. Anyway, no need to drag this any longer. DaVinci Resolve Studio version. I will show you again. Maybe you saw it in the splash screen, maybe you didn't. DaVinci Resolve 16 was when I bought it. Studio version, I don't know if you saw it in the camera. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, it's weird. I can't see if you are able to see it or not. Anyway, it's maybe it's bad luck with version 21 or something. Maybe you can have DaVinci Resolve 20 or something, but 21 no go. Just don't even try it, at least as it is now. But maybe in the near future, because they are doing plenty of updates with the system. I think on a daily basis I'm getting updates, which is good, I guess. As I said, Linux kernel, it was, if I remember correctly, yesterday version 7.0.10, and now it's 7.0.11. Small upgrades here and there almost all the time. Anyway, as always, thank you for everything, and see you on the next one. Wish me good luck with the Cursor Factory. I need the luck tomorrow. Yeah, bye.